Don't skip this story, because what happens in the end will leave you speechless. Thousands of years ago, before the first cities rose, before humans learned to write their own names, the world belonged to beings of unimaginable power, the ancient gods. They shaped mountains with a single word. They carved rivers through the earth with the swing of their hands. But when mankind was born, the balance of power began to shift. Humans, weak and fragile, yet filled with something the gods feared: ambition. At first, the gods ruled over men like kings over ants. They demanded sacrifices, worship, and blood. But humanity grew wiser. They built tools, learned secrets of fire and steel, and slowly their faith began to fade. One by one, the gods were forgotten. Their temples turned to dust, their names erased from stone. And so, they slept, deep beneath the world, waiting for the day they would rise again. The awakening centuries passed. Then one day, a tremor shook the earth, mountains cracked open, oceans boiled, and from the heart of darkness, they returned. Zephan, god of storms, rose above the clouds, his eyes burning like lightning. Mara, the goddess of shadows, walked through the ruins of human cities, her whispers turning soldiers against their own kind. And deep in the ocean, the Leviathan stirred once more, calling the tides to swallow the coasts of men. The gods had returned, and this time they were angry. The human rebellion. But humans were no longer weak. They had built weapons that pierced mountains, machines that touched the stars. The age of fear was over. From every corner of the earth, warriors rose. Scientists, mystics, kings, and rebels. They stood together under a single banner. We are the new gods. The battle began. Thunder against fire, lightning against steel. Skies turned red, oceans burned, and continents trembled. For 7 days and 7 nights, the world became a storm of chaos. Yet through the destruction, one human, a nameless soldier, discovered the truth. The gods did not create mankind. Mankind created the gods. Through belief, through fear, through stories. And when people stopped believing, the gods began to fade again. The end of gods. As dawn broke on the 8th day, the last god fell into the sea of clouds, his thunder echoing one final time across the dying sky. Silence followed, and humanity stood victorious, but at a cost. The earth was broken, cities gone, and the old world turned to ashes. Yet, as the wind carried dust across the ruins, a voice whispered through the ages. As long as someone remembers, gods can never truly die. So beware, traveler. The war may have ended, but the gods are only sleeping once more. If you made it this far, you're one of the chosen who know the truth. Like, comment, and subscribe, because the next story will change everything.
We will return.